Hello, namaste. Welcome to the print. My name is Amana Begam. So, Israel's killing of Hassan Nasrallah has dealt a crippling blow into Hezbollah. In geopolitical terms, the killing of the Hezbollah leader can be seen as a crucial moment for Netanyahu. His Rubicon movement, to be exact. This development can either destroy the group's morale or inflame members' resentment and regroup them. So, but generally speaking, when a leader who has taken on cult-like characteristic is removed, the efficacy of such organization is diminished. A new leader finds it difficult to gain the same degree of authority and influence right away. Hezbollah, divided into political and militant wings, has been designated a terrorist organization by several countries, including US, Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, the EU, and the Arab League. While much has been written about the group's role in Middle Eastern geopolitics, what catches my attention is the worldwide reaction to the Nasrallah's death, especially among Indian Muslims. Some of it has been very problematic, I would say, such as the prayer and condolences meeting organized at the Islamic Culture Centre in the Delhi on Monday evening, which paid tribute to Nasrallah and other Hezbollah officials. There were also several protest rallies organized primarily by Shia organization in response to his death. It is disheartening to see how a section of Muslims and especially their leadership fail to acknowledge the nuances and complexities surrounding such development, particularly given India's own internal security issue. Their statements and actions are motivated by religious solidarity with Hezbollah and its anti Israel position, while disregarding the need to disassociate themselves from militant extremism. When prominent Muslims rally the community around a sentiment of Muslimness in the context of international issue while neglecting national interests, they end up harming both the Muslim community and the nation. So many ordinary Muslim, particularly Pasmanda Muslims, may not fully understand the complexities of Middle Eastern geopolitics, but can easily sympathize with Hezbollah as a force standing up for fellow Muslims. So, however, the real issue lies with those prominent voices who do understand the complexities and still choose to play on sentimental politics. These leaders who should prioritize national interest and real issues facing by Indian Muslims seems to either remain trapped in tribal loyalties or show an alarming desire to grab power, whether or not it hindered the well-being of community and nation. India's apparent reluctance to officially designate Hezbollah as a terrorist organization is often cited as an excuse for the sympathy towards it. Yet there is no hesitation in condemning Israel despite India's official stance in favor of two-state solution. So the argument often shifts to human right, which in itself is not problematic. Standing up for the right of one's co-religiousness is understandable. But the question arises, why is there this concern for human right not extended to other contexts? Why is there not the same level of outcry when it comes to the human right abuses in our neighboring country? More troubling is the lack of focus on human right issue within the India itself. The right of Kashmiri minorities, for example, or even more broadly, the right of Muslim women within the community seems to be ignored or brushed aside entirely. So this selective concern for human rights suggests that the issue isn't much about the principle as it is about the politics and sentimentality, which only proves that there is a no credibility in this argument. Has the India Islamic Cultural Centre, predominantly led by the Ashraf elite, ever organized event to acknowledge the human right of Hindu, Christian, or even Sikhs? I don't recall any such instance. Yet they found it appropriate to honor a leader of Hezbollah, a group that is officially designated as a terrorist organization, even by several Arab countries. While the IICC's objective is to promote mutual understanding and amity among the people of this country, this action particularly suggests otherwise. So, I would say that Pasmanda Muslims leaders have done right thing in questioning the relevance of this organization, even suggesting that government should convert it into the hospital, given the limited utility in serving the interest of even Indian Muslim by this organization. So in the past, Pasmanda Muslim Mahaj, a leading organization of the community, has aligned with the Indian government stance on Israel-Palestine issue, condemning the attack on civilians by Hamas. But the organization did not issue any statement on Hezbollah or Nasrallah, which reflects a collective reality among Indian Muslims. The community is either mourning Nasrallah's death or remain indifferent. The optics are bad either way. Sections of other communities in India perceive Indian Muslim as tribalistic to the extent that they would even support terrorism. The sad reality is that the Indian Muslim community lacks the social capital to counter such a perception or generalization. And how could it when its elite waste their energy in glorifying extremist element? Community leaders seems more focused on politicizing sentiment, religion, and victimhood than the welfare of the community itself. The community's role models are not the people who have achieved success, served humanity, or contributed to the nation building, but rather those who are locked in constant confrontation. So there is a need for a significant shift in the Overton window within the community so that the range of acceptable ideas and discussion goes beyond narrow and archaic mindset and narrative. For more such a video, please keep watching The Print. Thank you.